Greetings all! Welcome to Pen and Paint, the channel where I merge my love of miniature painting with my growing passion for writing. Each episode on this channel consists of a miniature painting video overlaid with a story I've written inspired by the model or models being painted. Think of these miniatures as hands-on writing prompts. The range of models being featured is broad, covering diverse story genres from sci-fi to fantasy, historical to contemporary. They may originate from board games or be produced by dedicated miniature companies. They may be brand new plastic models, 3D printed resin, or decades-old lead sculpts. While most of the models will be in the 28 to 32mm range, they will invariably be some large-scale busts and display characters. As any model can inspire a story, so too can any model be featured here. The visual component of the videos are pure tutorial, with text indicating what paints and techniques are being used at each step in the process. These tutorials are not intended to be in-depth painting workshops where I explain the rationale behind the choices I've made. Rather, they exist more to provide inspiration for your own painting ventures, as well as a backdrop to the accompanying stories. If you are already in the hobby, you should be able to follow along without difficulty. If you've never painted a model before and the art form interests you, there are a myriad of tutorial videos created by other far more skilled artists than myself, covering a wide range of topics for all skill levels. The audio component of the videos are pure story. These stories are my own compositions and are either directly inspired by the models being painted or, less frequently, are independent stories for which I found relevant models to paint. Most of these are one-off, self-contained tales. Some are part of longer storylines, either as ongoing narratives or as loosely related episodes. These longer narratives will be grouped in their own playlists for ease of viewing. My intent is to gradually transition from simple story readings to productions more akin to audio dramas. A number of these stories are unapologetically fanfic. For example, the first story, Last Meal, is based on the board game Nemesis and takes place on the ship the game is named after. Fans of the game will catch several references to game mechanics and events, though the names of the characters are my own. Unfortunately, there are some well-known IPs that don't pair well with potentially monetized YouTube videos. If you are keen on reading or listening to such stories, for example, those set in the grim dark future, you will eventually find them via the links in the video description below. Most stories, however, are independent compositions, related perhaps to other known works or borrowing their inspiration from true events, but thoroughly born from my own imaginings. If miniature painting isn't your thing and you'd prefer to either read or listen to the stories in isolation, links to pure text and audio versions can be found in the video descriptions. On the other hand, if it's painting you're after and you can't stand the sound of my voice, feel free to mute the videos and use the timestamps in the descriptions to jump to the parts that interest you. Links to the full catalog of all my miniatures can also be found in the video descriptions. With all that said, enjoy this grand old experiment of mine. I hope some of you will find amusement in the tales presented here or discover useful ideas for your own painting or writing ventures. Cheers!